Zoey was a 7-year-old girl who lived at the edge of a beautiful forest. One afternoon, she sat alone under a giant oak tree, feeling a little lonely. Her friends were busy, and her parents were inside, caught up with work. Zoey sighed, watching the leaves sway gently in the breeze, feeling as if the whole world had forgotten her. Just then, she heard a soft rustling that wasn't from the wind. The leaves on the trees seemed to whisper her name, Zoey. Zoey. Startled, she looked around. "Who's there?" she asked, her voice small. A tree nearby, its bark smooth and silver, bent one of its branches down toward her. "Don't be afraid," the tree said in a deep, calming voice. "We are the whispering trees, and we've been watching over you since you were born." Zoey's eyes widened. "The trees can talk?" "We whisper when we sense you need to hear something special," said another tree, its leaves shimmering in the sunlight. "You are never alone, Zoey. Love surrounds you, like the roots that connect all the trees in this forest. You just need to listen." Suddenly, Zoey felt the warmth of the tree's presence. As she sat there, their gentle voices continued, reminding her of all the people who loved her, her parents, who worked hard to make sure she was happy and safe, her friends, who always came back to share fun and laughter, even her pet cat, who curled up by her bed every night. All of them were part of her life, part of the love that was always around her. One tree dropped a bright green leaf into Zoey's lap. "This leaf will remind you of us," it said. "Whenever you feel lonely, hold it close and remember that love is like the forest. It surrounds you, even when you can't see it." Zoey smiled as she clutched the leaf. She no longer felt alone. She felt connected, not only to the trees, but to everyone who cared for her. "Thank you," Zoey whispered, her heart lighter than before. The trees swayed in response, their leaves shimmering in the soft light. As Zoey walked back home, she could still hear their gentle whispers, reminding her that love was always there, like the quiet rustling of the trees. From that day on, whenever Zoey felt lonely, she would visit the forest, knowing the whispering trees would always remind her of the love surrounding her.